What is everybody? Daniel Rock Zero back again on our video. 2006 year in review continues with WWE's No Way Out. There ain't no easy way out. There ain't no shortcut home. There ain't no easy way out. No Way Out 2006 live from Baltimore, Maryland. Here we go. SmackDown exclusive. The Cruiserweight Championship match opens up with a 9-man match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Gregory Helms successfully defeats 8 others in this big clusterfuck of a match. It was an okay clusterfuck, but it was a clusterfuck nevertheless. A lot of guys in there. Paul London, Brian Kendrick. You had the Mexicools in there, so on and so forth. 6 out of 10, decent enough. Next up, Finlay comes out with Crystal, and then out comes Bobby Lashley, and then JBL comes out. So Finlay is starting to attack Crystal. Remember Crystal, the black bitch that was porking Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley was porking. Anyways, JBL, because of Finlay, defeats Bobby Lashley and ends his undefeated streak. Not sure why Boogeyman gets a win over JBL and Bobby Lashley cannot, but I don't know. JBL defeats Bobby Lashley and ends his undefeated streak. I give it a 5. Then we have the random thrown together team of Tatanka and Matt Hardy as they take on Eminem. That's right, Matt Hardy and Tatanka. Tatanka. He came back randomly. 5 out of 10. Tatanka and Matt Hardy was okay as a team. Nothing too special. I think a lot of people thought maybe Jeff Hardy was going to come out of nowhere and be his partner, but that's not until later, like September or whatever the fuck. 5 out of 10. All right. So, Booker T earlier had a groin injury that he has to recover from. Randy Orton substituted for Booker T because he's doing him a solid. He's doing him a favor. Well, Booker T still owes Randy Orton that favor. Randy Orton won the United States Championship for Booker T. Booker T was faced with a dilemma. Now that he's back, does he forfeit the title or does he face Benoit and so on and so forth? Well, he keeps on trying to get out of this match, and eventually he does not get out of this match. He has an ultimatum, of course. So he says in the middle of the ring he will forfeit the United States Championship to Chris Benoit. And Chris Benoit looks at him, says, and starts chanting he's a coward, which is really weird coming from Chris Benoit, you know, the guy who killed his family and instead of calling the cops, he committed suicide. Who's the coward now, Benoit? Anyways, Booker T, this is all a scheme. This was all a plan. Queen Charmel, distracts Chris Benoit. Booker T comes back and beats the crap out of Benoit, and they have their match. This is a great match. Basically, it's the 8th match of their best of 7 series. This is for all the marbles. This is for the United States Championship. This is a fantastic match. Fantastic match, of course it was. Benoit locks in the crippler crossface and defeats Booker T in one magnificent match. At 8 out of 10. All right. So then we get to uncomfortable charts. Uncomfortable charted territory here, as if Chris Benoit being on this show isn't uncomfortable to watch already. But we have Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio, and they are battling for the #1 contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship. Randy Orton basically bullied Rey Mysterio to put his #1 contendership that he won for the World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble. He bullied him by basically saying, Eddie's not up there, Eddie's down there in hell. This is so uncomfortable because, you have this Eddie Guerrero storyline being built up, And you know deep down inside, Randy Orton really hates the idea of having to say Eddie's down in hell. But, you know, as much as this storyline is bullshit, if there's one evil bastard that can pull it off, it's Randy fucking Orton. Randy Orton is being as such an asshole, taunting Rey Mysterio about Eddie Guerrero, taunting him about his dead friend and so on and so forth, having to put his world championship contenders match at WrestleMania up for grabs. And that's what happens here. Randy Orton takes on Rey Mysterio in one great match. Storyline, other than the storyline, this is a fantastic match. Randy Orton bullied Rey Mysterio out of his championship match that he got, and he wins this match with a schoolboy victory, and he had his arms on the ropes. Rey Mysterio selling as if he let Eddie Guerrero down, as if he let everyone else down. He let Chavo down. He let Vicky down. And he's crying. And he cannot stand. He cannot walk. He is crying and begging and pleas for forgiveness from Vicky and Chavo Guerrero. And Randy Orton is screaming at the top of his lungs, I am going to WrestleMania. So as bad as this storyline is, Randy Orton is one evil bastard, and he is fucking great. 7.5 out of 10. This is a great match, even though the storyline. Eddie's not up there. Eddie's down there in hell. Solid stuff. But it comes down to the main event. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line here. Who will face Randy Orton for WrestleMania 22 for the World Heavyweight Championship? Will be Kurt Angle, the current world champion? Or will we get a WrestleMania 21 rematch against The Undertaker? It's Kurt Angle, it's The Undertaker in the main event. This is a WrestleMania caliber main event match. This is a fantastic match. One of the greatest matches you'll see from these two men. Undertaker is like a fine wine. The older he got, the better he got. And it's weird because at this point, he is 40 years old. He's like 52 now. He is 40 years old at this point. Almost 40 or at 40. One of the two. And a man his age and a man his size usually is not up to the caliber of this match, honestly. A guy who is 6'11", 300 plus pounds. Usually by the time they're 30 or 35, they're retired. By the time they're 45, they're dead. But when it comes to The Undertaker, he's like a fine wine. His best matches was in this time period, honestly. And this is no short of amazing. Kurt Angle did not want to win by count out. He wanted to beat The Undertaker. This is about pride. This is about who has the other man's number. Undertaker kept on reversing and countering out of the ankle lock. Countering. Angle counter out of the tombstone and counter the tombstone into and out of that tombstone into an ankle lock. He counters the ankle lock into a Hell's Gate, or the precursor to the Hell's Gate. And he locked in the Hell's Gate like 3 times. Finally, in the end, Kurt Angle got the bridge pin while he was in the Hell's Gate. Undertaker did not let go of Hell's Gate, but his shoulders were pinned to the mat. Kurt Angle defeats The Undertaker in one hell of a world championship match. A 9.5 out of 10. One of the finest main events you will ever see for a B-rated pay-per-view. Overall, No Way Out 2006, even though you had that disgusting Eddie Guerrero, trying to profit off of his death, even though you had that bullshit going on. The final 3 matches on this card, Benoit Booker T in match 8 of the best of 7 series for the United States Championship, Orton and Mysterio, and then of course Kurt Angle and Undertaker. These matches are phenomenal, and you need to seek these matches out. Overall, No Way Out 2006 is a 6.8 out of 10, and I have a damn good feeling that this might be the pay-per-view of the year for 2006. Anyways, for 2006 year in review, it will be TNA against all odds. And I'll catch you next time for WrestleMania 22. Big time. I'm on my way and I'm making it so much larger than life. I got to make it show, yeah, big time.